Yeah.
But you need to hear all of that. You need to hear it in that way that's familiar to you. But everybody gets to hear it in the way that's familiar to them.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I want you to kind of read through the list and then we'll go right back.
And now when this noise was abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded because that every man heard them speak in his own language.
From whatever nation they were from.
They were living in, right?
Yeah.
And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galileans?
Because they could visually see that they were from Israel, from Galilee in northern Israel. Well, now you don't get to see that because the internet does it differently now. Unicorn is working in a different way. Okay, they actually get to live in those lands. They didn't have to make the trek to the land, didn't get the spirit to speak it. They just standing where they at with the power of the unicorn, speaking it in different languages. And whether like America is a great melting pot. So you can be over in America right before the camp, learn the word, or catch the internet with the word, and then speak it in that language, and somebody back in the country that you used to be from can get it in that language. But they'll get it because of the spirit. Okay, the spirit is still at work.
Hey, right? and amongst our people, even amongst the tribes, even though they all spoke Hebrew, they did have different accents.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if y'all remember that account, I think it was in Judges, when Ephraim got into it with the tribes.
Yeah.
And then,
it was about a pronunciation.
And it was a particular word that they had to pronounce.
Yeah.
And if you said it a certain way, that's how they would know he was a Ephraimite.
Right.
Say this word. I think it was.
I remember that. I don't remember the word.
Mephiboleth or Meshibboleth or something like that.
Yeah.
And they would say a Shibboleth.
Yeah.
Like, no, you Ephraim. We gotta kill your ass. You know. But that was, we was at war with each other. But that goes to show you, even within the tribes, we had different dialects. Different pronunciations. And I believe the language of the Galileans, you had the Hebrew, but you also had the Aramaic as well. They spoke Aramaic in that language.
Rome was a little further up too.
Yep.
So it got blended in a little bit.
Yep.
As much as you want, that was kind of the point. But if you can
I go through the
list,
nations.
the list, yeah.
And verse 8, and how hear we every man in our own tongue wherein we were born, Parthians and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers of Mesopotamia.
Hey, our people scattered. They gotta hear it. But all people gotta hear it. It may be said that there's only 5% of our people scattered across these nations. The other nations get the judgment too. They get to hear the prophecy as well.
Yeah.
But we're fishing while they're getting their judgment. We're fishing for those that's of the elect within their nation that's scattered. Okay, yeah. Does that mean that there's not 2/3 of the other nation? Yeah, there's probably 2/3 of the nation too. Scattered in the other nations as well. All right.
I wouldn't be surprised because there is even remnants of our people that are even amongst those Amalekites over there.
Yeah.
So some brothers might know Yiddish just to be able to speak that language that they can understand. Of course they don't speak the Lashon HaKodash. Not everybody's gonna be able to understand that, So yeah, man. Go ahead.
Dwellers in Mesopotamia and in Judea and in Cappadocia and Pontus and Asia, Phrygia, Pamphylia, in Egypt and in parts of Libya and Cyrene, and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes, Crates and Arabians, we do hear them speak in our tongues the wonderful works of the Most High.
Wonderful works of the Most High. They got to hear what it is. And you see if they call them devout, then they call them the wonderful works. It's only wonderful unto the Israelites.
Yeah.
It's not wonderful unto the heathen nations. Okay? So don't try to act like the heathen can make it, but also we have to still understand that our people are scattered amongst those heathen. Okay, but everybody's got to hear it. That's just how you blanket the whole situation. Are you just gonna fish in one corner of a pond, or you going to do big fish? You want to go in the big ocean? That's on y'all. can actually go back, bro. I know you have that. I just want to bring that out. It's about the different languages. The spirit is still moving that way.
All right, continue on. Psalms 19 and 4. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. And them have he set a tabernacle for the sun.
Gone. It says the line is going out all throughout the earth, man. And that's the lines of the World Wide Web, man. You know, what you call it? Like when they show a picture of the globe, you know, they got like
Latitude, longitude.
Like the satellites too. That's like the line, like the direct line. You know.
Yeah, that
It's
connection.
There's that's a frequency, but they shoot it from satellite to satellite.
Circuit.
Straight line. Circuit. But it's in the airwaves now. Because I remember a breakdown I heard years ago. It was like with the you hook up the like the DSL on the phone line to get the internet. It used to be that way. It was literally a line that you had to plug in. Then you were online.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you have to, like the punch. It's like before Wi-Fi, you had to actually
plug it in.
like Ethernet.
I got something together. It's Romans 10, and I'll start at 14, and I'm going to read down to 18. It says, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? That means that, you know, each brother that's meant to hear it, despite whatever dialect or language they speak, the Lord's going to raise up a prophet that speaks the language of those individuals so they can hear the truth. You know, faith coming by hearing the word being preached. It says, verse 15, it says, and how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who have believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily their sound went into all the earth, and their words are unto the ends of the world.
How did it do that? The World Wide Web. Okay? It's a web of information and frequencies pushing out these videos, these audios, all the way across the world where you can get this word.
Yeah, like Slaki. Imagine if they had the internet back 2,000 years ago when Paul was on the scene.
Right.
You think that he'd be going through shipwreck and
Right. His faith would have got tested like that.
God. He had back then he had to travel on a horse.
Horse
Or on a road, or
Yeah.
he had to catch, boats and sail over to islands to preach the word. You know, he went on his journey, and it was a dangerous journey, man, because he had a lot of encounters, on the way to certain churches. Those certain churches he couldn't even get to because Satan was hindering him. So that's why, since I can't make it, I'm gonna just send the word out to you. I'm gonna write it in the form of a letter, So you still got the word. If you didn't get to see him face to face, well, hey, you got something to read. You getting the word on paper. Hey, we got the scriptures. We read his epistles to this very day. A lot of people wrestle with it too because they don't understand what he was trying to say.
Right, a lot of application out
And I'm pretty sure he wrote those epistles in the language that was that in
It was
those
mainly in Greek.
Greek, yeah,
because that
yeah.
was the predominant language
Exactly.
of that time. Under the Greco-Roman Empire, it was Greeks. That's why all those different people that Paul was saluting, they all had Greek names. Lucas, that's Greek. Demas, Tertius, who wrote, who helped actually write the epistle to the Church of Rome. That's a Greek name. So yeah, man.
All right, this is Isaiah 55 and 10. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth and maketh it bring forth and bud.
God basically saying that what, man? He that what? whatever job that the Most High has a creation to do, it's going to actually accomplish that which the Most High wants, man. You know, so as the rain's job is to do what? Bring forth life, man. You know,
Wait.
it comes down out of the sky and does what?
Brother.
It waters the ground, and that water fertilize. That water
It's facing
helps
us. It's facing me.
feed those plants, which then bring forth life and help men, man, because we eat it.
That it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
God, and with us being the voice of the Most High, He told us to do what, man? He told us to come out here and be on the highways and hedges, and to bring forth out His word, man, to everybody, man, no matter what nation you are. And to tell our people that they need to get right or they're gonna be judged, and to tell the heathen that hey, that they will be judged, man. You know?
I know you got something, Black out with that.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. You know, we're speaking about the internet, you know. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. And what time we're living in? We're living in the end times, man. All right, the last days. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. You know?
How's the knowledge being increased with that internet? Now somebody can learn something and post it. Hey, I seen Elder Malcolm, and it wasn't 3 hours. This video had like over 2,000 views already. Like that fast. That's how fast you can learn on the internet. Somebody posts something, you got millions of subscribers. Somebody can post something, and you got that information just that fast. As soon as it go up, people clicking on it already, learning what you just discovered or what the Spirit just gave you. You know, that fast, that instant. It's like that now.
Yeah, everything is within a click. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a Google click. You just, you know,
Everybody-
type something and then click information right there.
And
Everybody got
that's
a smartphone, so ain't no excuse.
And it's beautiful how the Most High did it too. 'Cause especially with this generation, everybody is so they want instant gratification, man. Everything is so instantaneous. You know, whether it be your food, you want fast food, you want fast meals, you want microwave it. Hey, but the Most High is making the same. You want a fast, you want a quick meal. Hey, digest this word. Click on YouTube, go to the app, hey, and look at these videos, man.
It's so easy now.
Yeah.
Like when we use these Bible apps, you can just do a word search,
Yeah.
and the scriptures just
Everything
pop
I
up
got
right
there,
there for you.
yeah.
Back then, let's go back to when they just had the scrolls. They gotta roll it out, and they gotta pull out the magnet, the glass and shit. They gotta look. You know what I'm saying? They gotta flip like, oh man, that's, you know. And it wasn't broken down in chapters and verses.
No,
It was just straight like
just
words.
as it came.
Yeah, a little fun fact. You know, the internet was created by an Israelite from Nigeria named Philip E. Mungwali, man.
Yeah.
All right? It was an Israelite, man.
Most High, hey, like you said earlier, you want to get the word, the policy, you got to go through a Jake. The word of form of all things as well.
This why Esau, which Rockefeller said it, we should have never invented the internet. Because it's so much is coming out on the internet that
Their tongue falling on themselves,
yeah,
and
they,
they're waking up to
the internet is how Esau got exposed to how he's the man of sin.
And there's so much
Son
stuff
of
on the
perdition.
internet that Esau put up, thinking that it couldn't be never used against him.
Yeah.
You know, documents, like those slave manifests, you know, all types of stuff on the internet where men of the Lord bring it out and do a lesson on it. You know, prophesy on it. You know, show edification. And Esau never expected that. And Esau never expected us to wake up to who we are, to our true nationality.
Hey, he made us be killed for reading, and a lot of our people still can't read, but just enough of us, and the Spirit itself has got us waking up to it. Even though we can hear it, because we ain't got to go back and read the scrolls ourselves in whatever language. We can hear it, other brothers speak it in a dialect that we understand, in the slang that we understand. I got something like
I
that.
got something too.
Talk about when we talk about tongues as well. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 21. In the law it is written, with men of other tongues and other lips will I speak unto this people, and yet for all that will they not hear me, said the Lord Yahweh. Yep. No matter, I think that was quoting, Isaiah 28. Yep. It says, with another tongue, another tongue. No, he quoted it.
Oh, he quoted it.
But yeah, but the same thing, but yet they will not do it. They will not hear it. They won't hear the prophet. But there won't be any excuse. Alright? There's a little more. It says, wherefore tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe, but to them that believe not. But prophesying serveth not for them that believe not, but for them that believe. So they can hear it. So those that believe can hear it. It's a sign, like even the book of Acts, when I had the brother read the book of Acts. That was so the men could hear the word, but it was a sign to those that didn't believe. Like, man, how are these men speaking this? Aren't they all Galileans? But when brothers see stuff like the brothers speaking the word in sign language, man, that's a sign. Whether we believe it or not. You know? Especially to those that don't believe. Man, he said, he just sign language, how about she all shot? Wow. Okay, but the point is there won't be an excuse if you didn't get it, because in every language, every tongue, every place, this word is going out.
Okay.
So you're gonna if you don't get this, you're gonna deserve the judgment you get.
I got to read.
I got it.
Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come. Oh, that's like it. And then shall the end come.
And going back to what you read, basically it was for a sign, right? So that they can believe, right? Well, that's, hey, the prophets are signs of the end. This is Isaiah 8 and 18. It says, behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel.
Right.
For the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion.
Right. For the Heavenly Father. We're a sign. When we walk out here with the signs and we post up, the people who drive by see it, they don't have to know what we're talking about, but you know it's something serious going on over there. Even if you, for a split second, think it's a sideshow, you look a little deeper, it's clearly that this is not a game. You know? But they still sit there, right. What happens when most people walk past? It's probably about to happen right now. We're laughing all up the street, but then all of a sudden, it gets solemn. Yeah.
I got something.
That was it, Russell?
Yeah. This is it's a few verses. This is Jeremiah 6 and 26. O daughter of my people, because this is the message that we're going out with too. Just like the brother's going into how it may appear something to the naked eye, but when you actually begin to dig a little deeper and actually inspect it, you understand this is serious. Like, we out here putting forth the gospel, but with the gospel, it's also bad news to a lot of people.
It's a majority of the world.
Yeah. This is Jeremiah 6 and 26. O daughter of my people, gird thee with sackcloth and wallow thyself in ashes.
That's put yourself in a state of mourning.
Make thee mourning as for an only son, most bitter lamentation, for the spoiler shall suddenly come upon us. And this is a precursor. Like, the Spirit be on us to prophesy, and it comes with a certain level of boldness at times, but at the same time, we're saying, really, we in a state of mourning. Us being out here and us putting this gospel is really an extension of mourning, because we understand that we've fallen as a people. We understand that we're low. We understand, even with the hell and everything that we catch it because we are base. Because Lord willing, if we are those men, especially if we have the 144,000, we were the very same spirits that were creating the heavens and the earth and everything in it, along with Yahweh Shai. But here it is, we brought down to such a low point in this state, in this condition, that all we can do is really mourn until Yahweh send Yahweh Shai back to save us, man. Jeremiah 6 and 27. I have set thee for a tower and for a fortress among my people, that thou mayest know and try their way. See, even with that, we're on a tower because we're watchmen and we have a certain spiritual perspective. But Lord willing, we also are becoming made a fortress because of what? We have the understanding of the Holy Scriptures, and we have an understanding and discernment of the times that whatever we have as far as the understanding and that wisdom and that spirit is going to be valuable enough that, Lord willing, we'll be able to be those men who bring forth back fruit, meet for repentance, and bring it back to the bridegroom, bring it back to Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, because like you said fortress, right? And you use the word in there, wisdom. For knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time, like a fortress to hold it down and protect it. This wisdom is going to do that. Okay?
Stable.
Stable.
Yeah. Stability. Stable.
Yeah.
One more verse. Jeremiah 6 and 28. They are all grievous revolters, walking with slanders. They are brass and iron. They are all corrupters. Because even with that, like, we got all this knowledge and understanding given to us by the Holy Spirit, but we also understand how wicked our people are. That's why we're like, yo, this is what you need to be running to. You need to understand this, because in this lies everything.
You're like, man, I gotta get this money. We're like, we're trying to show you how to get the money.
Yeah. This is
You
the
know?
money.
This is the money. Yeah, all right. They thinking about greenbacks. You know, I didn't mean to cut you off. Bring that out. What's holy?
Because the brother made a point, man. I believe it's
This is Jeremiah 6 and 27. I have set thee for a tower and a fortress among my people, that thou mayest know and try their way. Jeremiah 6 and 26. O daughter of my people, gird thee with sackcloth and wallow thyself in ashes. Make thee mourning as for an only son, most bitter lamentation, for the spoiler shall suddenly come upon us.
Because the brother made a point of saying, man, even with us out here, hey, that's going to show you that what, man, we're in a state of mourning. Hey, because what, man, if God, the sackcloth, man. Because what? We're tired of the wickedness that's happening within the world, man. You know, so we're prophesying against it.
Yeah, what I'm saying, we know that a lot of bad gotta come first to get to the good. So we have to mourn. We're gonna say, mourn and bewail your children. Because what was that Isaiah 47? Is that what it said? Bewail your children, mourn and bewail something like that. I don't know
Second
exactly.
Ezra 16, the second verse.
Come on.
Go on to Babylon, Asia, for your children.
Can I hit this
Hey,
one?
when you think about it though, like the prophets, before they went out there and they spoke to the people, the Lord basically showed them in a vision what he was going to do. And when they saw that visual, when they saw the preview, that shit wasn't pleasant, man. That shit have you grieved, man.
Ezra was bugging out.
You'll bug out, man.
That's why he said what he said. Woe is me, man. Who's going to deliver me in those days?
You seeing babies getting snatched up, or you seeing people dying of starvation. You seeing people getting slain with the sword, women crying, getting raped. You seeing all type of stuff, man. Animals running wild, ripping people. You saw a lot of gory images of people literally dying, and it's like you're in it.
And an advanced society.
Yeah.
And it is exactly. Airplanes and shit, crashing.
If you wake up from a vision like that, are you gonna be happy? You gonna be in that mirthful spirit?
Right.
You're gonna be scared, man.
You gonna be afraid, man.
Saw 7-Eleven and shit on fire, like, you know.
Yeah. And then you got to go out there and actually speak what you just saw.
Yeah.
And the people gonna be like, what?
Like, they gonna think you bugged out.
So you saw a glittering spear. Yeah, okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You saw a flying arrow that went from one side of the earth to the other.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
And it devoured everything.
That's just like
It's like they tripped off of
Mighty
Noah
bro, that's the spirit, bro. That's the spirit,
You know
bro.
what I'm
for preaching about the rain.
Yeah.
It never rained.
no,
That never happened.
It's gonna be as the day of the water of Noah.
It's water from the heavens.
Okay, sure. Well, let us know when it comes.
You mean like in his glass?
And it didn't make it any better when they were speaking in similitude.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
They were using certain phraseologies that compared to the things that they, understood at that time.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny because it's the opposite now. They just didn't believe then. But now, we got to break down the similitude and try to find out what the similitude really meant.
Basically, you got to have the spirit.
Yeah,
You got to have the spirit to break that down.
I got a quick, and I'll go to what you asked me. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:1, it says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." And that goes back to what you were reading. The fact that we can see it, but they don't want to, they still not going to get right. They still don't believe. They still going, I forgot the list of what they said they was going to, corruptors and all of that. I forgot the words that we used right there on that
Grievous
list.
revolters.
Grievous revolters, what? You know? It says,
Yeah, those grievous revolters, that's the men who come against the prophets, come against the truth.
the
That's
nasty
the,
teeth and fan
that's the, you know, that's the pedophile camp. They're a camp of rapists. They're the bumbites. They're a bunch of deadbeats.
What that nigga Nate call us?
Homolites.
Yeah,
derelict
Derelict camp. Yeah.
Those are revolters right there, man. You got the 2/3 that follow vocab and his ministry that come up against the ministry. You know, and right there on the live stream, helping him promote to the world that we're terrorists, that we're anti-Semitic terrorists. You know, looking to kill every so-called Jew in America. You know, those are grievous revolters right there, man. They would love for the prophets to be put to death.
They put the prophets to death in the
bro.
in the ancient world.
Yeah.
You know, and they're backing their lot today. Everyone has a lot. It's like we're going into how this is the Most High's movie. Everyone has their role in this movie. Scoffers got your role, the prophets, Esau got their role, and it's going to all play out. But we already know who's going to win. We already know the ending. We know the climax. We just, you know, hoping we are those men that can be saved from it, from the destruction.
What Elder Yasharama said, we already got the victory. We just gotta let it watch. We gotta just sit back and watch it play out.
Yeah.
Do our part.
It's rigged. It's rigged, man. It's fixed. It's a fixed fight.
But you can fix his end.
But no, it's a balance with everything though. So even though we have the victory, what's our way to actually obtain it? You got to go through the trials.
Through it,
You got to
yes.
go through the fire. You got to
Jacob's
catch that
trouble.
bread of adversity.
Temptation.
You got to go through Jacob's trouble. Like it's rigged, but you still got to do your part to have that secret formula.
Give diligence if the calling election be
Yeah.
sure.
What good is having cheat codes if you're not gonna play all the way through the game?
Right, you're not gonna use it, right?
You're gonna play all the way through the game using those cheat codes. Then you got to see the whole thing play out, and then you saw the end.
And when you get to the last level, you ain't gonna abandon the cheat codes, right? You
You
gonna
go back to regular.
Yeah, you gonna go out. Well, you know what?
Well, I don't know.
I think I could beat it myself. Nah, hell
And
no.
you didn't have no practice going the whole way through it.
Yeah.
To get to that point. It's like, hey, you know what? For you older heads from the 80s, where Mike Tyson's punch out. You put the code in, you fight Tyson with the code. But you ain't practiced on King Hippo and all them other guys, and Piston Hunter. You ain't fought them guys yet.
Yeah.
You got warmed up to know how to play the game. You can't go right to Tyson the first fight you ever fight. But you need that cheat code in the practice of the tribulation, and the practice of getting to it.
And the cheat code is truth. Cheat code is the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Prophecy, knowing the name.
And you're not gonna appreciate the game if you skip through the storyline, man.
Right.
You know, you gotta understand the process that character went through in order to enjoy it. That's like a movie. Nobody just want to see the last final fight of the boss without knowing what happened to the character, why he got those superpowers, how he got them. You know, you want to know what the build up, man.
Yeah,
That's what a real movie is.
yeah. Like Esau's wickedness. It's like Esau's wickedness, like the scripture says, is reached up to the heavens. He reached up to Yahweh Shah, Yahweh. So we're seeing how Esau we're seeing his wickedness increase, just like the movie. You know, he may not have been as wicked before. He always been wicked though. But his wickedness is just like over the fucking top, man. While he's changing, allowing kids to change their genders and
Persecuting you for not allowing you to do
it
that.
can't. And if you don't, and looking at you sideways, or calling you, saying you're anti-gay,
You're
because you don't, you're not for it, you know.
The main way to bring him up like this, know he's scared what could happen to him. He's gonna lose that Gatorade money, he's gonna lose all his endorsements that he still got. He ain't making that NBA money no more. So he's gonna lose all them endorsements and all that other money if he speaks out against it.
And they try to, and no, I don't want to talk, but they trying to say that they said his son knew he was like that since he was 3.
That's bullshit.
But they show pictures with him with his real mom, and he was doing all boy shit, playing basketball, looked like a boy. And then you get with this damn witch, Gabrielle Union, and got him going to homo parades and shit, man. It's just a fucking bugged out society, man.
I'm gonna keep reading real quick.
You see how Jake got to that? You see how Jake get to that? It progresses to that.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't start like that. Jake, they like Apostle Tahar said, you niggas been in America too damn long.
Jake went from that point like this with all the homo stuff in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, kind of, but then, and then in 2000, forget about it, man. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Once you crossed over, once the skinny jeans popped up, it's a wrap. Gonna hold it to
I got something. My brother talking about the Chiefs codes. 2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 25, the point is 26. And therefore Ezra's, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens, which I have told thee, shall come to pass.
Those tokens are prophecies. Okay? Those tokens are the signs. Faith builders.
And the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen, that now is withdrawn from the earth. And whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders.
Can you read that again, Mike?
2nd Ezra 7 and 26. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass.
That sounds like 2nd Ezra 9, right? How's it go? The prophecy.
Measures the time diligently.
Yeah, in itself, because you see the prophecy, basically. Continue on.
And the bride shall appear.
Who's the bride? Who's the bride? The elect. The elect is going to wake up and be popping up, edifying and teaching on the streets. Okay? Because the 2/3 don't get to come to the marriage. They ain't dressed. They don't get to put on the glorious garments. All right, go ahead.
And she coming forth shall be seen, that now is withdrawn from the earth.
Withdrawn from the earth, coming out to see the regular people. Well,
and whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders.
And whoever delivered, those chosen, those elect, shall see, what did it say? To escape those evils and see his what?
Evil, foresaid evil shall see my wonders.
To see his wonders. The glory of the Heavenly Father. When he sends Yahweh Shai back. The glory of this wisdom being manifested and protecting us with it. The glory of the chariots. The glory of getting beamed up into the chariots. And then the glorious bodies as well. Okay? That's something glorious to see. Especially to be a part of that. Because not everything, the exclusivity is what makes it so special. Because you think about it. If you had, I use a common something today. If you're a man, but you get to participate against women, and know that you're physically bigger, faster, stronger, you're going to dominate. Well, it's the same thing with the spiritual power that the Heavenly Father's going to give us. Right? We don't go against regular, ordinary people. It's not going to be a fair fight. Right? And that's the power of the Heavenly Father.
Like you said, really it's not there now.
Right.
Because you got the cheat codes now. Just being able to have the wisdom and understanding gives us an advantage of over everybody in the world now, man.
Right. You can see it working, right?
Done.
Hey, that's why was that in Isaiah 28? It talks about this is the refreshing.
Yeah.
Basically, the Lord made it to where we can ease through this thing, even though it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
But with Yahweh Shai, it's gonna like the Lord he's kind of lightening the burden for us to make it through. Hey, he told who was that? He told his disciples, be of good cheer.
Yeah.
You know, in the world you shall have tribulation, but hey, be of good cheer. I overcame the world.
Yeah.
So basically, I won so that you can already win.
I was the example.
I was that example, man.
And I beat the last enemy.
Count it all joy when you are brought to
The lowest state.
Lower State. Come.
I got that.
Hey, and I did a lesson on how, you know, when the different men that went through their trials, you know, some of the men that were faced with death, the Lord made it easy for them because right as they were getting persecuted or tormented, the Lord gave them the Comforter. The Comforter was basically the divine strength to be able to undergo the pain and the humiliation of their trial, man.
Yeah.
You know, like when you read about when Antipas, they put him in the brazen bull, they were tripping off of how they wasn't hearing those screams of the echo coming through the nose of the bull. There's normally a person up in that bull, like they put the fire up under it, and you start to see the smoke come out the nose of the bull. Normally you would hear somebody screaming in agony, and that voice would echo through a pipe or something. It would make a certain, it would echo out, and basically you would be able to hear it. It would basically appear like the bull is actually alive.
Because the smoke would come out of the
The
nose.
smoke would come out the nose, and you would hear the sounds.
Yeah.
But when Antipas was in there, they noticed it was silence.
Yeah.
Basically, all they heard was him praying. So really, it was like the Lord put the spirit on him to not even like he probably didn't even feel the burns
Definitely.
as he was getting roasted.
Yeah, I'm also going to say the Maccabees brothers, man. You know, they went through that too. It was like, oh, what do you want us to tell us? We ain't got nothing to tell you, man. You're still going down. You're still the devil. Take my tongue and cut it out. Now what?
I'm still gonna get resurrected.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get resurrected. You still gotta go down.
Hey, basically taunting them like, hey, we already won.
Yeah.
You could kill this body right now, but we still already got the victory.
And what did that's why I love those Star Wars movies. What did Obi-Wan tell Darth Vader? Strike me down, and I would become more powerful.
Yeah.
You know?
Make me a martyr, baby.
I will become more powerful than you could ever imagine.
Man,
He actually
you become a
won the
legend. You become, you know, you leave a legacy behind. Man.
Because he died, he was speaking directly to Luke now, who spoke to his father to change to fulfill the prophecy of Anakin or Darth Vader taking down the Emperor. You know?
Hey, the Comforter, that's a cheat code, man.
Yeah.
The Holy Spirit, man, we need that.
Faith is a cheat code because everyone don't got it.
Yeah.
It says in Ephesians.
Well, that's a gift.
To a gift. God get to it. It's a, you know, everyone don't got faith. Everyone go through shit, but everyone don't got faith of Yahweh Shem outside to get through that. You know, most people that go through the stuff that the men of the Lord go through, they'll break down and, you know, no, the men of the Lord, man, we're going to stay firm in this truth. We're going to endure to the end. You know, Lord willing, we be part of the elect.
And I mean, the common things that we go through, which our brothers go through, is really light in comparison to, you know, Jacob's trouble. That's what we're really going to be tested in.
Yeah.
Those of us that's meant to make it, the Lord's going to make sure that He gives the Comforter to those men to be able to get through it.
I got to pray.
Like when Yahushua told his disciples, you know, don't think about what you're gonna say.
Oh yeah.
You know, in that hour, you're gonna be brought before kings and governors. You know, for my sake, man. Don't worry about what you shall say in that hour. It is the Lord, the Heavenly Father, that's gonna put it in you to what to speak. You know, you're gonna let the Spirit do the talking. And then if you have to be one of those brothers that might get beheaded, might go to that guillotine. That's just gonna be just for a little while, man. That's gonna be that's gonna be quick and easy.
I got a couple.
You might not even feel the blade when it hits you, man. You know?
That's the worst case.
4:17. Go with it. I had it too. Go.
It's first 2 Corinthians 4:17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. For For we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Yeah, temporal, man, temporary. We ain't worry about the temporary. These bodies are meant to be, these are changing darkness. They're meant to get messed up.
Yeah, we die of every day.
Yeah, we die daily. In some way, shape, or form. Right? But our spirit is renewed daily also.
Being strengthened.
This is Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
But to be the sufferings are not to be comparable to the glory that should be revealed in us.
Hey, because like the brother was saying, man, the things that we're going through now, hey, this is minute. We're talking about an everlasting kingdom, man. We're talking about a name that continues. So the little BS that we go through now, hey man, we're working for something that's never ending. We're working for a legacy that won't be tarnished. Hey, the scriptures tell you what? That precious name is better than ointment, man. You know, it's like a good name is better than precious ointment. You know?
I got to read. It's Revelations 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
How is he going to keep you from the hour of temptation? He's going to keep you from it by making it easy for you to get through it. You know, like it says in was that 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, where there have no temptation taken you, that which is common unto man. But he will find a way for you to escape it. You know, that you may be able to bear it.
Yeah.
So hey, when the mark of the beast, when the trip is presented, you're gonna be comforted in that moment. You're gonna be like, man, I know this is. Once I denounce this and I get my head chopped off, I'm about to get the crown of life. So it's gonna be simple for you to just reject it when that day comes, because you're gonna have faith.
Because you're gonna remember the scriptures. What do the scriptures say? He that shall lose his life for my sake shall gain it. Eternal. So, man, not just that scripture, but
Fight for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
All the scriptures that we go through and precepts are going to be going through your head. If the Lord has a spirit on you in that time to know, like, man, shit, we got the victory. We got this. Yeah, go ahead, chop my head off. Kill my family. We're going to get the kingdom after this.
Hey, you're gonna come back after this.
You're going to get everything that you lost and some.
Yeah.
How was it? 100-fold.
The Maccabees knew that they would get their revenge in another life.
Yeah, hey, that's Second Maccabees 7. And I want to say it's like around maybe the 14 verse. Second Maccabees 7 and 14.
I got it. Second Maccabees 7 and 14. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good, being put to death by men, to look for hope from the Most High to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life.
And we got the victory, and you're going to lose.
In other words, you're going to be a part of those nations that's going to basically be of the second death.
Right.
You read in was that Revelation, the 20th chapter? It talks about those that didn't, that basically didn't.
At the beginning of the chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were dead.
They lived not again until
1,000 years.
1,000 years.
Yeah.
You know, these were not a part of the first resurrection. You know, they're not going to be a part of the first resurrection. But all the men who died in the Lord, they're going to be part of the first resurrection. They're going to walk into the kingdom, man. With palms in their hand, with crowns on their head. Okay? A bunch of winners, man. Okay? Who was reading?
Sit on that, right?
Maccabees 7.
Yeah, that was the point.
Like I said,
Yeah, and I was gonna have somebody get the account of Stephen like towards the end, because if you notice, as the spirit was on him and he was basically cussing them out, and they was getting cut to the heart. So when they started to stone him, you could tell that the spirit immediately was comforting him to where he was able to endure, all those stones hitting him, because he looked up and was just like, as there was probably big ass stones hitting him in the face and the head, painful, man. But as that was happening, he just looked up and he saw, what did he see? Who did he see, man?
Yep.
That comforted him right then in that moment.
How much more
He saw
comfort can you have to see the Most High in His Son?
Huh? Knowing what Yahweh Shai went through.
Man.
So he was comforted even in that time of adversity.
It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
That's why Yahweh Shai said, in your patience possess your souls. This thing is just for a moment. It's just for a moment. You got the spirit, right? You got you could do all things through Yahweh Shai, which strengthen you, right? Come on.
Believe that. How much do you believe that?
Come on. Lift up the weak hands and feeble knees, man.
I got that thing with Stephen. This is Acts chapter 7, verse 55. Matter of fact, 54. I'll start up at. It says, when they heard these things, they were cut to the heart, and they gnashed on him with their teeth. And he, being full of the Holy Ghost, looked up steadfastly unto heaven and saw the glory of the Most High, and Yahweh Shai standing on the right hand of the Most High, and said, Behold, I see the heavens open and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of the Most High Yahweh. And then they cried out with a loud voice and stopped their ears and ran upon him with one accord, and cast him out of the city and stoned him. And the witness laid down their clothes at a young man's feet, whose name was Saul. That's how Saul had to go through what he became Paul, had to go through what he went through because he persecuted the prophets. It says, and they stoned Stephen, it says here, Stephen calling upon the Most High and saying, Lord Yahweh Shai, receive my spirit. And he kneeled down and cried with a loud voice, Lord, lay not this sin to their charge. And when he had said this, he fell asleep. And he went back to the spirit world. The spirit went back to the spirit world.
So the Lord gave him comfort to be able to see the glory, right then in that moment.
And he didn't say, I'll kill these niggas till this shit hurt. He said, lay not this he cried out, lay not this charge to the sin to their charge.
Hey, that was the same humility that Yahweh Shai has.
That's right.
They know
not what they do.
They know not, they know not what they do, man. Yeah. Hey, Apostle Paul was there.
Yeah.
He was right there when he gave the charge. Like he was,
Yeah.
he had a rank. So they was like, hey, stone him,
That's why when Apostle Paul came amongst the other disciples, they was kind of weary to like,
this
man,
dude was killing people in the church.
They didn't want to deal with him at first, man.
Cool.